Andalus of Al-Andalus, and a beautiful place.
Islam itself opened the intelligence toward the truth. Why is it that people with intelligence have an Ibn Sina believe in God?
Our civilizations in the past, they flourished Islamically and they flourished scientifically.
Islam has not produced a single atheistic philosopher.
The courtyard of the lions, a place where men split rocks and etched into them the beautiful names of God. This inanimate rock seems to have more spirit than those posing today as the saviors of Islam.
These people have nothing to do with this religion.
Unfortunately, as we look at the world today, there are serious problems on both sides of the people of knowledge, both the ulama and those who are studying the secular or the worldly sciences.
We have to build an Islam that recognizes the contribution of 1400 years. That is how we will make our contribution.
We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to revive our faith and to connect us to Him subhanahu wa ta'ala. The ummah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is a sacred entity.
Generations rise for social justice. Do not let anyone write our narrative. We, the American Muslim generation, we must write our own narrative.
Stories of resilience, strengthening the American Muslim narrative.
Our community is a community of people like Lupe Fiasco. Our community is a community like Muhammad Zakaria, the Khattat. Our community is a community of people like Muhammad Ali.
70,000 American Muslims are serving as doctors, as nurses, as medical practitioners, saving lives every single day. This is the true story of American Muslims. The tallest building that America has today, the Sears Tower and the Hancock Building, is a gift of an American Muslim to this great nation. So these are the true stories of American Muslims, and we as an organization has an obligation to tell our story.
We see ISNA, getting better and improving, getting more creative in providing, different educational programs and opportunities.
All over the country coming together and showing us how they can combine their religious faith with their art form, and I think that's an amazing inspiration.
Happy to be here because one of the things that I always look forward to is the knowledge developed from the scholars.
Coming to ISNA for over 10 years, so it kind of seems whenever I'm in country, that's one of the first things I like to do.
Welcome to Detroit, Michigan, America's comeback city.
The time for racial discrimination is over.
He is our national hero, and he is a true role model to millions of people of all faiths around the world.
My favorite president, without a doubt.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 39th President of the United States, Jimmy Carter.
I'm delighted to be here with my fellow Americans, the members of ISNA. This is a very important event for me because your principles and your guidelines and your goals in life are the same as those that are expressed by the finest aspects of my country and your country.
I want to thank the prior generations of African American brothers and sisters who played such an integral role of pioneering Islam in America. We would not be here without them now.
The price that this nation must pay for the continued oppression and exploitation of the Negro or any other minority group is the price of its own destruction.
Indeed, the greatest threat to religion, period, is not even persecution. The greatest threat is apathy, born of irrelevance.
I look around and see youth who hail and have roots from Pakistan, Sudan, Palestine, Syria.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Malik yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim ghayril maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. The English translation of that is, in the name of Allah, most merciful and compassionate. All praise be to Allah, Lord of the worlds, most merciful and compassionate, Lord of the day of reckoning. You alone we worship, and you alone we seek help. Guide us on the straight way, the way of those you have blessed, and not of those upon whom is wrath, or those who are lost. And with that, I welcome you to another edition of History, Community Life, Diversity, and Muslim Americans in New England. It's always excellent being here with you, and it's such a great achievement to come into your lives like we do here at CCTV Daily. Okay, and another thing, I'd like to welcome you all to our new temporary home, the B studio here at CCTV. The normal studio that we would be in is being repaired, updated, so we're here now in our new temporary home. So I welcome you to that. I'm Hassan Rashid, and once again, this is your history, the history, community life, and diversity of Muslim Americans in New England. The opening video that you saw, I guess you're wondering about it. Well, it was the Islamic Society of North America's promo for its 52nd annual convention to be held in Chicago over the Labor Day weekend. We're going to get back to that later, if time permits, and let you give you some more insight on what they'll be doing in Chicago over the Labor Day weekend. But before we get into our broadcast, I'd like to update you on a few things that's happening here at CCTV and around Cambridge. Okay, the first thing I'd like to bring to your attention is that the new CCTV newsletter is out. That's Open Studios, and it has everything you need to know about CCTV, from classes, etc., everything. What's offered here that will benefit to the community at large, it's right here in this Open Studio newsletter. So it's there's one thing in here. I was browsing through, and I was trying to find the reference to the upcoming Backlot Barbecue. That's on September 17th, right in the backlot of CCTV. That's September 17th. Starts around 6 o'clock. So if you haven't registered for that, I advise you to get on over there and well, you can call or come right in. That's we're at 438 Massachusetts Avenue, and inquire about tickets or admission to the Backlot Barbecue. Okay, that's if you'd like additional information and you don't want to come in, just call. You can call 617-661-6900. Okay, that's Open Studio. Come right on in, 438, and get your copy of the CCTV's latest newsletter. That's Open Studio. Okay, I'd like to also remind you that CCTV's own Dr. John Lackyamuzi is and his Christian Faith Ministries for All Nation is presenting his Revelation of Grace Conference is presenting another event entitled The Solution for All Problems. That's God Grace Conference is held every other last Saturday of the month. So bring a friend and join us as we hear what God's Word says about this important topic. That's his guest will be a Ghanaian singer, Mavis, ministering a mini concert. So free entry and light meals. That's 12 noon to 5 p.m. on Cape Cod, 750 Wakeby Road, Marston Mill, Massachusetts, 02648. And the phone number is 206-77-5885. So that's Lackyamuzi at AOL.com. So you can get in touch with Dr. John at youtube.com/Dr. John Lackyamuzi. Okay, that's once again, and you can also get in touch with Dr. John at WWC FMFAN.org. That's a Facebook.com/CFMFORALL Nations. Okay, so that's Christian Faith Ministries for All Nations, Saturday, September 26, 2015. And then the theme of that event is the Solutions for All Problems. That's Solutions for All Problems. So that's a Grace Conference held every other last Saturday of the month. That's Dr. John Lackey-Muzi, inspirational speaker, host, and teacher. Okay, another thing that's happening here in Cambridge coming up pretty soon, and that's the 23rd annual Cambridge Care Carnival International. That's Cambridge Carnival International. It's I guess it was the Cambridge Caribbean Carnival, but I guess they changed the name to Cambridge Carnival International, the 23rd one too. That's Kendall Square, Cambridge, Massachusetts, Sunday, September 13, 2015, 12:07 p.m. So get ready for that. So if you'd like additional information on the Cambridge Carnival International coming September 13th, you can go to the website, www.cambridgecarnival.org. And phone number is 617-863-0476. So once again, that phone number is 617-863-0476. Okay, and okay, here we go. Okay, one more thing. one more thing. The Facebook. Okay, interested in the social media. Attend Tools for Your Business. Attend our social media workshop series. That's a business development workshop. I guess sponsored by Cambridge Community Development Department. That's 344 Broadway. That's the Cambridge Community Development Department, and the workshop schedule. Okay, so if you like additional information on courses like workshops entitled Introduction to Social Media, Marketing Your Business with Facebook, The Basics of WordPress for Small Business, Google Drive for Small Business, a guide to Google Analytics, sponsored by the City of Cambridge Community Development Department, Economic Development Division, and workshops will be held right here at CCTV Community Lab, 438 Massachusetts Avenue, Cambridge, 02139. So all workshops are free for Cambridge participants. Non-eligible participants may pay $10 per workshop upon attended social media workshops presented by Cambridge Community Television. So if you'd like to pre-register and you need more information, you can call Pardis Safari at 617-349-4654. That's Pardis Safari at 617-349-4654. Okay, that's the interested in if you're interested in social media tools for your business, and attend our social media workshops right here at CCTV. So once again, you can call Pardis Safari for additional information on that. That's 349-4654. Okay. Okay, I'd like to send out a condolence once again for the late and great civil rights activist Julian Bond. The Council on American Islamic Relations offers condolence on passing of champion for justice Julian Bond. Okay, the Council on American Islamic Relations offered condolence on the passing of civil rights leader Julian Bond, who died Saturday at the age of 75 after a brief illness. Okay, Bond was a former chairman of the NAACP, first president of the Southern Poverty Law Center, and helped found the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, a key organization of the civil rights movements of the 1960s. In a statement, CARE National Executive Director. Okay, in a statement, CARE National Director said, Americans of all races and faith view Julian Bond as a true champion for justice and equality. His life and legacy will serve as an example of principled courage in the face of injustice and intolerance for generations to come. Okay, CARE Board Chair Rola Alut said, we offer condolence to Julian Bond loved ones and to the entire nation and on the loss of a voice for those of all belief and backgrounds who suffer discrimination based on intolerance born of ignorance. Okay, so it's great loss for the community, just period. It's great loss, big loss, huge loss. The late and great Julian Bond. Okay, once again, I'm going to get back to the Islamic Society of North America, or they're offering a scholarship entitled the Rosa Parks Scholarship. And it's not too late, if you're students out there interested in going back to school, it's not too late to apply for the scholarship. The deadline is tomorrow. That's September 3rd. So we got a little promo that we're going to play for you and get you familiar with what this scholarship is all about. Okay, hold on so we get this going.
Assalamu alaikum. This is Lauren here at CARE National. I want to take a moment to encourage you all to submit your applications for our 2015 Rosa Parks Civil Liberties Scholarship. You can go online at www.care.com/scholarship to find out more information. Basically, we're looking for people who are enrolled in a full-time accredited university or professional program for the fall semester to write an essay of 500 words or less describing your relationship to civil liberties in America. You have to live in the DC, Maryland, and Virginia area and submit the essay to scholarship@care.com. The deadline is September 3rd, so hurry up and get your applications in. Best of luck, and we look forward to reviewing your application.
Okay, I made a mistake with that. That was CARE, the Council on American Islamic Relations, and the Rosa Parks Civil Rights
Tonight there is a controversial Draw Muhammad rally
scholarship.
planned in Phoenix as part of a free speech rally where
I'd like to tell you something, get back to what we were talking about when we first opened the broadcast, and that's the 52nd annual ISNA convention. That's Islamic Society of North America's convention. And the title, the theme of that convention, which will be held over Labor Day weekend, is Stories of Resilience, Strengthening the American Muslim Narrative. So if you're out and about around Chicago in the Midwest, taking your vacation, etc., I advise you to stop in at the 52nd Annual ISNA Convention to be held at the Donald E. Stevens Convention Center, 9291 Brian Marr Avenue, Rosemont, Illinois, 60018. So that's, once again, 52nd Annual ISNA Convention. And if you like additional information on that, you can go straight to ISNA's website. And you can get all the information that you need, and plus you can register right there. And that's www.isna.net/annual-convention. Once again, that's www.isna.net/annual-convention for more information on the 52nd Annual ISNA Convention. So this one is going to be bigger and better than last year's ISNA convention, which was the 51st. But this is the 52nd, and this is going to be guaranteed to be much greater. Okay, we're gonna also well, that same email address that I gave you, if you're interested in registering, you can go to that, and that's www.isna.net/annual-convention. Okay. Another thing, the Islamic Scholarship Fund, they will be at the 5th Annual ISNA Convention. So they want you to, the Islamic Scholarship Fund, want you to join them at the 52nd Annual ISNA Convention. It's held on the weekend, the Labor Day weekend from the 4th to 9th September in Chicago. Okay, so they want you to join them, and on the September 4th to the 7th, and they will be hosting an interactive dynamic session on Sunday, 9 to 6 from 12:15 to 1:15. So their panel will discuss practical and efficient tools that Muslims can use to protect their narratives from a top-down approach through career choice, education, media engagement, community outreach. Speakers include Michael Wolff, Wahajat Ali, Zainab Khan, and Mustafa Davis. So that's another event that's being offered to you all at the 52nd Annual ISNA Convention. And I invite you to get on out there and check that out if you're in the neighborhood of Chicago. Okay, so I am Hassan Rashid, and you know it's always excellent being here with you, but it's such a great achievement to come into your lives like we do. And well, right now you see we're adjusting to our new temporary home. And that's in, I guess this is called a B studio. So I want you to bear with me as we make the adjustment. So we should be here for maybe several more weeks until the normal regular B Lab studio is updated and renovated and the other repairs added to it. Okay, so so once again, I'd like to remind you that on October 10th, 2015, it's the 10th anniversary of the Million Man March. You remember that 10 years ago, the Million Man March? Well, they're going to do it again. They're going to have a big anniversary down in Chicago on the 10th of October, and you all are invited to come and celebrate, enjoy the anniversary of the Million Man March. We do have a promo on it, and I want to share that with you. But first, I'd like to remind you that the Cambridge Farmers Market is in full bloom, full flow. I mean, they're over there every Monday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. and you can pick up all the fresh in-season produce, fruits, vegetables, etc., dairy products that you need. Okay, so they're right there at Bishop Allen and Norfolk Street, every Monday until around November 24th. So that's about a week before Thanksgiving. But you can get all the fresh produce you need while they're in season here. That's Norfolk and Bishop Allen Drive in Cambridge, Central Square, the heart of Central Square. So so you may see me over there. Okay, get back to the theme of the 10th anniversary of the Million Man March, and that is justice or else. So I'm not too familiar with it, but I'm going to refer you over to some folks that will give you an update on what's going to be happening over there and down there in Washington, D.C. This is Minister Louis Farrakhan in Detroit. He gave a presentation in Detroit recently, and he spoke to the people of Detroit about this anniversary, this year's Million Man March anniversary, justice or else. So I'm going to let him update you on what's going down over there. Okay.
They simply mean peace be unto you. Thank you, Detroit. Give yourselves a round of applause. If we are denied what is rightfully belongs to us, there must be unified action to force the justice that we seek. We're here tonight because we're going to Washington, D.C. 10-10-15. Justice or else. When I say justice, you say or else. Justice? 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 Please help me as I bring the host pastor to this podium for a welcome. Please give a big warm round of applause for Reverend Wendell Anthony. Before I bring him up, I would like for everyone to please stand for prayer. Please assume a position of prayer that is most comfortable for you. We're taught by the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan that when we pray, we open our hands in this manner. We're surrendering ourselves to God, asking Him for His forgiveness, for His protection, and for His blessings. So everyone, please bow your heads for prayer. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, all praise belongs to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the Beneficent, the Merciful, Master of this day of judgment. Thee alone do we worship, and thine aid do we seek. O Allah, guide us on the right path, the path of those upon whom thou hast bestowed favors, not the path of those upon whom thy wrath has been brought down, nor of those who go astray. Ameen. Please be seated. Now we can give a big warm round of applause for our host pastor, Reverend Wendell Anthony.
Let me say good evening to all of you and to welcome you to Fellowship Chapel and to Assalamu Alaikum to my brothers and sisters in the nation. And peace and God's blessings upon all of you here. Tonight is another occasion by which we will make history. And history is already made because you are present here tonight. And it comes at a very critical time in the history of our nation. And you are at a place of resurrection. This church, this facility that you're sitting in, some of you may know or may not know, out of the ashes this church has risen. All of this used to be burned out houses. It used to be burned out cars. It used to be tall grass. It used to be tires that were burned.
Okay, before we close the broadcast with that, I'm Hassan Rashid, and always leave you with the fact that the superior wisdom can never be subjected by inferior wisdom. So until we meet again next time in our new temporary home, Studio B here at CCTV, I leave you with the ancient Arabic cordial and greetings of peace, goodwill, freedom, and that is Assalamu Alaikum.
That were sitting in the middle of the street. Where this pulpit sits used to be a dope house. Now it is a hope house. And so out of the ashes has emerged what you see. And as we suffer from the burns and from the throwaway and the rejection of so much in our community, it is important that we come together to resurrect ourselves. So tonight we are pleased that you are here. 20 years ago, a spark was lit that brought men, women, and children together to deal with issues and conditions that divide us in our community and inhibit us in our unity.
Wait, okay.
So he just needs to know that how to switch between it. Never again.
Okay, let's do it. Now I gotta, yeah,
Okay,
I
you're
gotta,
right.
yeah, get that.
Be that guy.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna stop it. You wanna do it?
Yeah, I'll do it.